大家下午好。那么今天下午的1点30分，女子组的英国对新加坡，我们现在马上来为您转播。新加坡的男子队，他这几年的世界排名都很高，都已经到世界第2了。那英国队也是一个传统的队伍。我相信，以东方选手新加坡他们的那种团队精神的热血度，我相信这场决赛应该是很好看。也谢谢大家观众能够来为我们小布球加油，也请各位等一下继续来看我们的比赛。谢谢。
And welcome back to the World Tchoukball Championships 2015, right here in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. Next up, we will have the women's match, Singapore against Great Britain. For those of you watching from home, if Singapore is able to get away with a win here, they will be proceeding on to the finals. Led by their captain Serena Kong, this is an experienced Singapore team, with all members of this team having seen international competitions. And as both teams step onto court, Singapore will be beginning the first period in what is anticipated to be a very tightly contested match. And Singapore opens up the ball to a quick point from left winger Hui Bing. A travelling violation called against G. brilliant shot by number 8, Christine from Singapore. Officials pausing the time slightly to mop up a wet area on the floor. Great shot by the UK player, finding the gap in the Singapore defense. Attempt by Singapore, almost getting away with that save. The Singapore women's team unable to convert that point, but makes a great save. Sending the ball into the third line. The defender was standing right there. Another great save. A slight passing error there for Singapore. Turning the ball over to GB. And another travelling violation call against GB. Great fake by Captain Serena, handing off the ball to Xiao Xuan. Number 4, Singapore CP Xiao Xuan, is a veteran of the 2009 World Games that happened right here at this court. And Singapore gets another point on the ball. Perfect reading of the game. Great defense by the UK. An obstruction violation called against GB. Slight error there, causing the ball to hit the frame. A landing violation has been called against GB. Great shot by GB, right down the middle where there are no defenders. Second line shot by Singapore, passes through the defense with no one getting hand on it. A passing error by GB, turns the ball over to Singapore, who will give it right back with a travelling violation. GB scores that point and comes within 1. The score now 5-4. Again, Hui Ping sending the ball high into the hands of the GB defenders, but unable to bring it down. A lost point by the GB attacker. Completely missing the net with that shot attack. GB swinging the ball full court, just trying to get the Singapore defenders out of sync, but they still come up with that save. And managed to convert that point. Singapore now with a 4-point lead, 8-4. UK able to make that save. However, a landing violation is called on that shot attempt. GB with yet another great save. A slight miscommunication there, who would catch that ball, results in a GB point. Just putting too much spin on that ball, the GB defender is unable to get a grip on it. Once again, pausing time just to make sure that the floor is safe and dry. After timeout, players have to wait for the head referee's whistle before they can start the ball. Trying to send the ball all the way down the full court, however incurring an error, turning the ball over to Singapore, who capitalizes and scores that point. The Singapore team slowly but surely building on that lead. A landing violation has been called against Singapore. Great save in the second line by Christine. Great shot by Hui Bing, shooting down the 90 where there were no defenders to save that shot. Too much power behind that shot for Singapore as the UK come away with the point. Great save in the second line by GB, who are forced to shoot. Singapore making the save. Great defense by both teams. Great save by Amy, the right wing for Singapore. A step line violation against Singapore. another lost point by GB. A costly unforced error if they want to get back into this game. Singapore swinging the ball around, fooling the GB defense. Singapore's left wing unable to securely catch that shot. A frame violation has been called against Singapore. GB's number 15 employing that same shot. However, it is saved this time by the Singapore defense. Singapore able to use their possession and get the point, with Amy scoring down to 60 when there were no defenders in sight. Jones from UK just slamming that ball through to the third line. And at the end of the first period, Singapore is leading 13-9.
Your attention please. Next match at 1:15 p.m. at WTC, Grã-Bretanha and Brazil at Portuguese, Korea and Philippines.
Damn it, guys. Let's not buy the fact.
And we shall start off the second period with Great Britain starting. Great save by the Singapore team, and they're able to convert the point. Singapore scrambling back on defense. Just out of reach. GB will be looking at trying to chip away at that 4-point Singapore lead. However, the defense like this is not going to cut it, as Singapore's number 14 Hui Ping scores yet again. GB swinging the ball around, trying to trick the Singapore defenders, however making an unforced error in the process. Yet another point scored by Hui Ping. The Singapore lead now at 6 points, 16-10. That shot just a little too powerful, and Singapore unable to secure the catch. A landing violation has been called against Singapore. And the UK gets a landing violation called against them as well. Really defending as a team, as during that possession all 7 of their players were on that same half court. Great save by Singapore. Number 4, Tay Xiao Xuan slices the ball, comes away with that point. GB offense finding the gap in Singapore's defense and exploiting it. A landing violation has been called against Singapore. And again, a landing violation has been called against GB. Singapore able to convert that point. But the head referee is calling for a frame of faulty rebound. GB with possession. Great save in the second line by NG from Singapore. Number 10, Captain Serena, exploiting the gap in the second line defense. GB swinging the ball back. And Xiao Xuan just unable to hang on to that shot. With many of the Singaporean players smaller in stature than their European counterparts, they will have to rely on other aspects of the game in order to come away with this win. GB with another point. Great recovery by GB to make that save. However, a travelling violation has been called against them. shot right into the defender. Point scored for GB. A landing violation called against Singapore. Singapore, whose lead was 6 points at the largest, has now seen its lead cut to half, with the lead at 3, 18-15. A great save by Ime from Singapore, however a little too hasty in getting that pass out and fumbling the ball. GB once again exploiting the gap in the Singapore defense. GB players not expecting that high shot. Singapore is going to have to find a way to counter that shot. The GB players, due to their much larger stature, is able to send the balls out at a much faster pace. A lost point violation against GB. A careless mistake by the GB player sees the ball back in Singapore possession. The defense able to scramble for that save. Singapore slowing down the pace, making sure they have control of this game. And Amy being able to convert that point. Landing violation has been called against GB. Great save by Christine, picking that parry up from the second line. A step line violation sees GB with the ball. Great save by Singapore. And again, Hui Bin coming out with the points. That shot just going right through the GB defense. Singapore's Ime sending that shot through the defense. even though GB employed a 4-man defense. With lesser power than their European counterparts, the Singapore team has to employ other means to score the ball. Using better technique in shot placement. And Captain Serena Kong sends the ball deep into the back line, where there were no UK defenders to make that save. Another great save by Team Singapore. Singapore picking up momentum in this past few minutes, extending their lead to 10. A travelling violation has been called against UK. And we will end the second period with Singapore leading 27-17. Third period is about to be underway. And the third period is underway. Singapore making a couple of substitutions. Coming into the third, changing the CP with Irene, as well as right wing number 18, Adam. Adam Madeline had represented Singapore in the M18 category at the World Youth Tchoukball Championships in Austria in 2011 and has worked her way up into the women's team. Coming away with that save. And a point loss for Singapore. Back-to-back point losses for Singapore. Singapore once again sending that shot down into the third line, where GB was unable to secure it. A landing violation called against GB. Winner from GB had just stepped on the line, turning the possession over to Singapore. After a frame violation, GB gets back the possession. And managed to capitalize on that possession. GB now using a 4-man defense. However, by knowing where to shoot, Serena is able to score that point. And unforced error gives Singapore back the ball. Singapore able to catch that ball and gives it right back to GB, coming up with that save. Both teams showing really superb defense. A travelling violation has been called against GB. now down to 9. GB is going to have to really play good Tchoukball in order to catch up the Singapore team. And again shooting through the gap at the Singapore defense. The officials just pausing the time shortly in order to wipe up any wet spots on the floor. This is for the safety of players from both teams. Singapore defense split just too far apart. Travelling violation called against Singapore. Another great catch by Christine. Singapore still able to score through the GB 4-man defense. Singapore has made a couple of substitutions with the introduction of Wendy at the right wing and Sumin on the left. Head referee holding the time as players may request to switch the competition ball. However, they have to request from the field referees, those standing behind the frames. They are not allowed to just roll the ball at the official table. Great shot by GB. Shot down the middle by Sumin, going through the GB defense, and the second line unable to come up with a save. With 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in this game, Singapore is leading 36-28. Will they be able to hold on this GB team long enough to come away with a win? A costly error by GB there, dropping the ball. And another score by Sumin. Singapore unable to hang on to that shot. A miscommunication within the GBD. Not sure who the pass was intended for. Great shot by Irene. Shooting right through the gaps of the defense. Almost coming up with that save. Singapore now has the ball as we enter the last 30 seconds of this match. And that is the end of this third period and the end of the match, with Singapore coming out on top 39-31. With that, Singapore will be going on into the finals against ROCA and will be guaranteed a podium finish. Next up, we have the men's, Singapore against Italy in the men's semi-finals. Singapore finishing second in their table, with Taiwan, or ROCA rather, finishing first. ROCA will be facing Malaysia in Court B, while Singapore will be facing Italy in Court A.